This is Dave Cyderbaby for Rock Radio UK. Totally unprepared and feels like he's dying as well of man flu, so feel sorry for me. I'm talking to Bright Black. Hello, guys.
How we doing?
Hello.
How are you? You're all looking well. You're all looking happy.
All good, still breathing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Very
about.
tired.
Very tired, running out of space, having to do this interview in my daughter's nursery.
I think the picture behind you is very becoming of you, sir.
Definitely your bedroom, Jace. Don't lie.
I've got to be, yeah, absolutely. This is
Not
where
enough pink for his room.
There's guitars, see, hanging up behind there, but I think they're just hung there to disguise the background of your room, don't you?
I mean, they've not been played in a while. Put it that way. Just like they're on the wall.
Wait, you can play guitar?
That's
Oh,
why I
I can
stick to Nick these days, mate.
I'll take that away. What you need is 7.
What, like
Yes.
that?
I was watching a gig the other day. The guy had 6 strings on his bass. No, I just
I see that's just unnecessary.
yeah, I thought,
yeah.
I thought he was quite talented myself, but hey, you know,
So you don't need more than 2.
you don't.
That's what I tell myself.
Root note whip.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Right. Before we go much further, there is a new addition to the Bright Black family. Hello, Talitha. Is that
Hello.
is that how you pronounce the name?
Yeah, you got it right. Thank you.
Ross, for that, I was panicking over that for the last 2 minutes or so. Oh, you've just joined this madhouse. What on earth made you do that?
Well, I think we gelled quite well straight away, to be honest. Obviously, I put the ad out on Facebook, and then I reached out to them. It was just before Christmas time, and then we did a rehearsal. And then just I think from the get-go, we just kind of just all really gelled together in the practice room. And just went from there, really. And we haven't really been together that long, to be honest with you, but we've kind of just, I don't know, I've rewritten the lyrics to like some of the songs they've done already. You know, we've got a set together. We've got our first show on Saturday. I think we've gone pretty quick, really. I think in terms of like getting everything together.
These 2 guys.
Yeah, it's been really productive.
Yeah,
I think it's nice because the whole thing sort of sort of been fluid, and we didn't really anticipate that, to be honest. We anticipated sort of a very hard vocalist search. You know, we didn't really anticipate to get back onto the gigging scene probably until about mid-year.
Right.
You know, and it's been really good. Talitha's been absolutely fantastic. You know, of getting the material down. We've been hard at rehearsing every week. You know, just getting everything ready for Saturday, really. And it's just been, like we said, been really productive. There's been really good stuff happening.
Yeah. So everything's all set for Saturday. So where exactly are you playing?
So it's part of Island Fest. It's at the Black Diamond in Northampton.
Right.
But it's the lineup's pretty nuts, to be fair. I mean, we've got Heart of a Coward headlining, Continents playing, Fleisch, Lay Siege, some pretty big hitters on the bill, so it should be a good day.
Okay. So a bit of a trial by fire for you. So
yeah, just about.
So just tell me what else is occurring in the Bright Black camp. I mean, the last I heard of you guys was, well, apart from the search for the new victim. The last song we had out was Fire, which you very kindly let me have first play on my radio station, I believe. Yes, that was back in what?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Was that November, December time? It's got to be something like that. And of course, we had Howling, which was a debut single. So what are the plans going forward now you've got this fantastic voice joining you?
Well, truth be told, we're going to be back into the studios late April to record some more music for everybody. Again, going back to what I said previously, we weren't really anticipating to do anything that quick either, but with the way things have been going and the amount of production that we've been doing in the rehearsal rooms, meeting all together outside the rehearsal rooms to discuss, moving forward, what can we do now to sort of go to the next level. We've all been singing from the same hymn sheet, which has been absolutely brilliant. So we all got together and made the decision pretty much a couple of weeks ago to a month and a half ago that we've got to get back in the studio to sort of get some new stuff out. And keep that sort of audience flow going, keep people interested, and just sort of not necessarily reinvent ourselves, but just sort of say we're here now. This is the new image. This is what we're going for. This is the sort of road and direction we're taking. And I think what we're going to churn out of the studios with Jay in April is going to sort of portray that.
Okay,
that's the thing. I agree with what Jay said. I mean, we've had a whole new sort of rebrand on socials, and yeah, the direction we're going in, it's a bit different to what we've done before, but it's still very much bright black, but just with a little bit of spice on it.
So it keeps the same bones, doesn't it, Whit? It keeps the same bones there, but gives a little bit of a different flavour, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is your background in Talitha? I mean, how have you become the new vocalist? So what have you done before? What kind of styles? What are your influences?
So I was in a band, like a Milton Keynes based band called Devil's Ransom before, which were a bit more kind of your old school classic rock. I'm actually a music teacher myself anyway, so I'm always just kind of within music all the time. And then I wanted to find something that was a bit more like alternative rock. In terms of influence on that end, it'd be like Hailstorm, Alter Bridge, Tremonti, that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But I also listened to loads of other heavier stuff, like Lamb of God are one of my favourite band, one of the best bands for me as well. So in terms of kind of, I think writing style and singing style, probably more alternative rock. And I wanted to find something within that genre. And I'd seen these guys play before anyway with their previous vocalist, and I liked their style. And I knew Whit before.
You poor person.
and then it went from there really. I just as I say, I'm a music teacher now. I did music at university, and I just missed having that like performance outside of and being able to do that outside of my job. So this has been like the perfect kind of match now. So I'm excited to actually start gigging and writing, and just we've said we're all on the same, all on the same page where we all just want to like hit the ground running and actually get as much as we can out of it and do as many shows as we can and kind of see how far we can push it. So
okay. So you mentioned earlier you've actually rewritten some of the lyrics to the songs already.
yeah.
I mean, is this just to suit your vocal style, or is it to are you just like marking a kid's essay, just like so
No, I think
spelling's different in that one?
Yeah, I just think I think it kind of was like my take on things.
Right.
But also, respectively, she had her own lyrics, and they would have been written from her perspective. And I think it's good that I take it from my own, which is probably completely different. So, the songs have meaning to me as opposed to, what they meant to her. And I think it wouldn't have been fair to re-sing her lyrics, because they were her lyrics. So,
I think a little bit from, sorry, not to cut you off, but a lot of it from our side was more that when Talitha joined, we wanted to make sure that she had full reign over whatever she was going to be doing. Because I think it's if you're joining a pre-existing band, I think a lot of the time you can sort of end up sort of getting shackled into something that's maybe not quite what you would do yourself. So it's like, for us, I think it's really important just to make sure that Talitha had a blank canvas completely just to work and do her thing on, and she smashed it. So we can ask that.
I completely agree with Whit, giving her sort of full reign as well, and sort of giving Talitha that aspect of you're not just a hired hand, you are part of this group, you are part of this family now, and your say has just as much water as any of us. So she's got just as much reign to comment on guitar parts, bass parts, drum parts, as well as any of us have got reign to comment on any other parts. It's nice to have that sort of aspect and that sort of fresh vision of what we're doing. It's really great.
The bass is always perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay would tell you otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm pleading the fifth on this because yes. Okay. So guys, what drew you to Talitha's voice? What was it?
I mean, personally, for me, like Talitha was saying, we had met each other beforehand, and I'd seen her perform with Devil's Ransom, and she killed it in that band, absolutely killed it. And it was one of those things where when we started looking, funny enough, I actually spoke to Alex, our drummer, who was on the way to practice, and I said, if Talitha was one of the people that was willing to do it, she sort of, in my eyes, had the job before she even auditioned, because it was just, I wanted her. And then it was well, I think I messaged you some point last year, but you weren't sort of sure with how things were going to be with work, and it just sort of stars aligned, and it turned out that, you know, she was free and available, so it just sort of worked perfectly for me personally.
On the back of that, for me, obviously, I'd not met Talitha before, and I'd heard her sing on social media and stuff like that, but I only got a grasp of what was coming through in my headphones, not actually a live performance or anything like that. So we had a couple of scratch tracks recorded just for like albeit an audition sort of thing, and literally when she come in and after having practiced what stuff we'd done for her, when we all went home from that particular rehearsal, we, me, Alex, and Whit were all on a group call on the way home, and literally just said, "Yep."
Yeah, we didn't even wait to get home. It was just like,
didn't even wait till we got home.
I didn't pay you to say this, by the way. Just
we're not this much in person.
Yeah. Okay. Talitha, which one of the guys are the biggest diva in the band? I've got to ask this question.
He's not here.
He's not here, no.
I told you he didn't like me.
I mean, judging by the video that we did the other day for the Island Festival, I'd say, Adam, that was definitely you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You were the diva in the background. Yeah, like literally kicking off about standing up. I mean,
he was getting upset about standing up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm a diva, to be fair. I actually think I'm like not very diva-ish. I don't know, maybe say different, but
I think we're quite lucky that we don't really have a diva in the band.
No, I know.
Fair, really. We're all pretty chill. You know, everyone has their moments, but it's, you know, it's like one person has a moment, the forever free tell him to shut up. You know what I mean? So it's like, then you can't. It's, you know, it's pretty chill.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to be, but I'm about 3 foot tall, so.
Yeah, you got your box.
Yeah, I've got a light box, and I still don't even get close to you guys, and you're like 6'7" or whatever.
It's good from that aspect, you know, not from the light box aspect, but from the sort of diva aspect. is we all try our best to be rather egoless. Again, going back to what I said previous, you know, we've all got say in every single little bit we do. You know, we've all got our inputs and stuff like that, and then we all come to a formation of music together, and it's something that we can all be proud of, and all sit back and think, well, we've all had an input in this, we've all wrote it, and we're all happy with it. There's no sort of going back from any rehearsals or any writing sessions thinking, well, I don't particularly like that part, but I couldn't really speak up. You know, it's very much open, very much vocal, it's very much communicative. All of us leave the rehearsal space and writing space thinking, yeah, we've all had an input in this. I'm really looking forward to sort of smashing it and getting it out there to people.
Okay, so obviously you're heading into the studio fairly soon then, on the back of a few tracks, and so what's next then? Are you thinking of drip feeding a few singles, or an EP or something like that?
So I mean, we're going in for a single this time, because what we wanted to do was, obviously with Talitha joining, we wanted to be able to put out a single with a video, like full package deal with it.
Yeah.
Just to sort of like here we are, this is the new lineup, this is how it's going to be sounding moving forward. We got a lot of gigs booked in throughout the year already, but I think recording wise, we still need to sort of work out what it is we want to do. I mean, we've spoken in the past about going in and just straight up doing a full album. Right. But to be fair, we'll probably end up having to sit down with Jay, our producer, when we're there next month, and just sort of working out with him what sort of plan we want to take moving forward. But yeah, there's definitely a lot in the pipeline, so quite excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Metal to the Masses as well, so that's an exciting one to do.
Ooh.
Which is my first time. I know they did it last year. But I think in terms of doing that, I mean, I'm a big fan of Bloodstock. I'm there like literally every year, so
Yeah, I'm sort of regretting going to Firebolt now because Bloodstock this year is looking rather tasty. So
Looking good,
It's
isn't
that,
it?
it's that
it
Friday
does
for
look
me.
good.
Clutch and Opeth.
Yeah,
clutch,
Opeth, yeah, clutch, yeah.
yeah. I saw Infected Rain, who are the second headliners on the Sophie stage
Yeah, I've never
last
seen them,
week.
but I know you mean.
They're really, really good. Very nice people to speak
Oh,
to as well. So, but
Hmm.
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, just don't get attacked by the dog like my son did. Vicious animal, vicious
Oh,
animal. Yeah. The singer, Lena Scissorhands, takes a dog everywhere she goes.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it just attacked my son with its toy.
Oh, I think meant literally. I was like,
No.
On the back of on the back of moving forward as well. I remember last time we spoke, Dave. We were all looking to sort of get on the festival circuit.
Yeah.
Coming into the following year, and it's nice to sort of say that we are sort of going down that festival circuit now for 2024, which is good. Got our names on quite a few things coming up this year, which is exciting for us.
Can you tell me what they are?
Tell you one of them. That's Northampton Rocks.
Right.
We're playing the Sunday Wit.
The Sunday we're on,
yeah.
It's a crazy lineup.
Yeah,
It's pretty much like the best of the best from like the Midlands area are on that bill. It's crazy some of the bands he's got playing. It's going to be a really good weekend.
Excellent.
Yeah.
When's that? So what days are those?
It is. Hang on.
last weekend in July.
Yeah, last weekend in July, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the 28th. The Sunday we'll play. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I might mark that in my diary. Depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm a man in demand. Okay. So, are there any other dates we can talk about? Are there, apart from Metal to the Masses and the one on Saturday?
We got a few. So we got this Saturday coming up. We've got a good one coming up. So next month we're playing at the Black Prince in Northampton with Picture the Scene, who are actually the band that they won Metal to the Masses last year.
Right.
We got quite friendly with them, so they've invited us to come and play with them. So that should be a good night. We've got a real good one that Talitha managed to get us over in Cambridge, playing with Stormbringer, Planet Fatale, and Lowdown.
Should be a good one. Yeah.
That's shaping up to be a really good night. Yeah, and then we've just got others dotted around. We've been I'm in talks with a fair few different promoters, more sort of up north at the moment, just sort of waiting to get dates off of them. But yeah, we're filling up pretty good gig wise.
Yeah,
so we'll be getting around.
Really. Going into the back end of 2024, like we said, looking at more promoters outside of the Midlands as well. Sort of venturing up north and getting our name, ever so slowly spread across the country, really.
Yeah, I mean, why is it the North and the Midlands have got such a fantastic metal scene, gigs?
I think it's no one wants to travel to London.
Even less want to travel to Devon, trust me. But no, I mean, we really struggle in the Southwest to attract a crowd. I think the bands would be willing to come down and play, but it's attracting enough of a crowd of people to warrant it on a regular basis. I just don't know what it is. I honestly don't.
To be fair, I've only in 10, 15 years of gigging, I've only ever played south of London once, and we played the Forum down in Tunbridge Wells with an old band of mine. And that was a really good turnout, to be fair. But then I was chatting to the promoter there, and I was sort of saying, oh, well, if you get any other sort of nights around, and he was like, I do 2 gigs a year because it just doesn't pull. Right. So he was saying a lot of the promoters down that end, they'll literally do 2-3 gigs in a year because they know it will sell out. But if they did more than that, people would just not turn up. It's crazy. I don't know what the reason is.
I've done a few gigs with previous ventures around the south and the north. It becomes a little bit difficult with the travel sometimes because you're going down there, and if it's a headlining slot, you're traveling for 2.5 hours to play for an hour to 2.5 hours back, and you're not getting back until 3 in the morning. So it can be a bit a mental
Mm.
mental issue sometimes. However, you know, we wouldn't be sort of afraid of anything like that. I mean, if we got a slot down at a venue down south, if we were all free, we'd most probably take it. It's all about sort of getting our names spread out as quick as we can, I suppose.
Mm. Okay. Well, I think I've tired you out now for the evening, mentally and physically. But you know, is there anything you'd like to add which I haven't covered?
I think we sort of covered it all, really. I mean, like I say, the obvious big change we've had since last we spoke was obviously Talitha joining, and you know, just sort of moving on with the new sort of direction and that. So yeah, we're really excited. We can't wait to show people what we've been up to. So hopefully they like it as much as we do.
So it's not going to be long before watching this space becomes a reality with a new music and
Absolutely.
a few tasty gigs.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Well, Talitha, I wish you all the very best of luck because
Thank
you
you.
are going to need it with these. Trust me. Guys, just be yourselves and behave. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah,
Pleasure,
Dave.
Dave. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, thanks very much.